pops had?
My pops got like 17 of us, you heard? There's so many of us, you know what I mean, that I didn't even know how many of it was, you understand, until he died.
You the oldest?
I got the joint in the mail. When he died, I was in Lewisburg prison, USP, you heard? And, you know, I got the slip in the mail with his deceased to his real estate and stuff, and that's when I knew, you know, my dad really, you know, was, you know, had love for me. Because, you know, as a kid, growing up in the projects, and you hearing all these stories about your dad being rich, and you still in the projects, that shit ain't adding up, you know? So, you know, like I said, when I got older, that's when I really realized that my father would love me the way he did, and I didn't, you know what I mean, think he did. So, motherfucking, I got this letter right here I'm about to show you and shit. This shit is more, I mean, accurate than anything. Just to show you how updated I am on my pops and shit, this situation.
You the oldest, bro?
Yeah, I'm the second oldest. My brother named Davon Valentin, he the oldest.
All right.
And that's like my right hand man and shit. He just did 20 years too. He just came on. My father was gone when he was in jail as well. So as you see what this say.
Valentine.
We only deal with black and white. But you heard, so like this is what's going on with my pops. You see what this say, you know what I mean? Just the date, which is, you know, recent. You see that? You feel me? So now, right now, we in the process of fighting for his estate or whatever the stuff that he got, which nobody really gives a fuck about, you feel me? Because his wife has deserved that. You know, my little brothers and sisters, whoever else they go to, because I'm a grown man, so I never really cared about my father's stuff. I really rather have him still alive with us, you feel me? But either here or there, he left his stuff to whoever he left it to. When I was incarcerated or whatever, more or less, his stuff was broken up amongst parties, you understand, which is his family and whoever amongst else, you feel me? So a lot of stuff got broken up already, like the houses and stuff. Like I said, I just did a long incarceration, so I can't tell you what none of that stuff happened. And I really don't care less to tell or even care about it. But his story and his legacy, yes, I do care about, because one, for growing up in the projects and being in the street myself, and I see how dudes, you know, glorify all these dudes out here. And it's like, what did these dudes really do for the neighborhood or the community or, you know, for their friends or their families or even their kids? You understand? Because you got a lot of these dudes that get brought up and picked up, but they don't even take care of their kids. You understand? So that's where it all now around now from the root. You feel me? My pops, he was one of them dudes that he took care of all the above that I just stated. That's a fact. You understand? Then he never told on nobody. You understand? So, like I said, I'm 39 years old and I'm still pushing my father's story, and I'm a grown ass man. I got shit to do on my own. I got my own story. So, like I said, that's how serious it is to me, because I know how much he impacted millions of people's lives. You understand? My father was one of the first dudes. Like I said, he had a Lamborghini truck when niggas didn't even know what a fucking Lamborghini truck was. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, only two people out there at that time was doing those type of things. I don't even know. You understand? So it's like, my pops is like the Pablo Escobar of New York. You understand? Or the states, period. He ran through all different type of states that I didn't even know about until I was in the feds or going through jail. And I was meeting dudes that knew my father's story, and I didn't even know who the fuck they was. Sometimes the shit used to be frightening. I mean, I'm running through a mess hall line and shit, and I'm in Clinton or wherever I'm at, FBOP, and I'm running into dudes and they just know who I am. And I don't even know how the fuck they know I am. They talking about they seen me when I was in the stroller. Whatever the case may be. You understand? But I'm looking at them more frightened than anything, because I don't know if they know my pops from a good situation or a bad situation. You understand? So when I was in prison in these mattress, and I realized that, you know, a lot of shit was going on with me, and I was safe off the strength of my pops, I really knew, like, yo, my pops really must have been respected. You understand? Because I was running into all type of niggas that's well respected on their own. Even to the point where I think they bigger than my pops in my eyes, but I seen that they was telling me that they don't love, they wasn't. You understand? So the shit was puzzling to me. Like I said, I never even knew who my dad was or the control that he had in the streets. Or he, you know, he never told on nobody. All that shit got broken down to me through years of me growing up. You understand? And now that he's not here, it's like all that shit is gonna go.
The weight falling on you.
Yeah, it's like nobody ain't giving him no flowers and none of that. You feel me? It's like they got BMF, but it's like I'm in the day room. You know, this last year I only been home a year, and I'm in the day room in these USBs, and I'm in there with each. You know what I mean? Not in the same facility, but I'm in the facilities that he's going through. I've been through Hazleton. You know what I'm like, damn, that'd be a good look for them to look into doing my father joint, but nobody never even looked at that. You understand? Like most of the people in the South, Midwest, they more or less helping each other with their stories. And then more or less they getting help from dudes that's big actors or big artists or just big heavy pocket dudes that got big money right now. And that's from the Big Apple. Most of the money coming from dudes from New York. They putting the money up for these dudes' stories. But what about the dudes in New York stories? Really, we got the biggest fucking story right now. Puerto Rican Jesus' story is the biggest story. Hands down. Ain't nobody's story fucking with his story on the East Coast. I don't care what nobody tell you. That's a fact. You understand? Because these dudes wasn't getting no 120,000 a day on no fucking block.
In Brooklyn. In Brooklyn. Gotta say that too. You heard? 120,000 a day on a spot in Brooklyn. You heard?
Yeah, that's just one block. And that's Logan, the block I sent you the picture of. You understand? Because I was just shooting on that block, me and my videographer to show them the block, the spot, all of that, you know, because I still got ties to them blocks. Even when I came up, that same block, I got this mark on my face, you know, from, you understand? From putting in work, going on the block, telling niggas they can't get no work, no money on the block. Like, yeah, his son was one of those niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not here to toot my own horn or my father's horn, because all that shit's corny.
Let's back up for a second. Coming up, you came up under a big-time drug dealer from the hood, you heard? And you was born in his projects, right?
That's a fact. That's where I'm from. That's
his stomping ground.
Still to today.
You heard?
That's
so
why I rap.
That's the real son of Puerto Rican Jesus. And it wasn't easy for you coming up out there?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. When I came outside, it was more like, how you say it? Like, now that I'm older, I feel used and abused. Because it's like, when you a superstar, son, and motherfuckers was hating on their whole life and shit, I guess, you know, you don't get the energy of motherfuckers showing you fake love, but love at the same time, if you understand what I mean. So the love I was getting from the neighborhood, it was all love that I thought I was needed and I wanted. But when I got older, I see all that shit was fake. And it was manipulation for me to do dirt and try to, you know, be in my father's footsteps, or maybe help other individuals get higher in their life and be in his footsteps through me. If you understand what I'm saying. But that's either here or there. But like the love I got in the neighborhood, it never was real. You understand? It was all off the strength of them trying to get in a better position for me. Of being that's, you know, I was my father's kid. But you know, when you're younger, you don't understand that. So in my neighborhood, I never had shit easy. You heard? I've been shooting niggas since I was 12. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So like in my neighborhood, it's really my neighborhood. It wasn't like niggas gave me shit. I took over the neighborhood. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my son Monster. He just died from a headshot probably like 2 weeks ago. You heard? Me and him, you know, we had the neighborhood. That's a fact. That was my best friend at the time, and he was my muscle. And we had a little street situation called Rough Riders, you know, a project game. If you was that age, I'm 39, you know, so if you was in that age bracket, you went to PS 202 or Burge, or you just was from East New York, you knew it was Rough Riders. If you didn't know what that was, just ask niggas in that era that knew what that was. Niggas wasn't doing shit in my era, really like I was doing. I was doing abroad in my era, that's a fact. There's only about 3 or 4 niggas that was fucking with me, and they still alive right now to tell my story. So like I said, I don't really like to toot my own horn. But when it came to physical combat, yeah, my age bracket, I was that nigga. Niggas wasn't beating me, fucking with me in no shape or form. And I'm 39 now, and I still do that shit very well. So it's like I said, I don't like to toot my own horn. That's either here or there.
So your pops, was he in your life?
He wasn't in my life like that. That's why I had to get busy. You feel me? I had to do what I had to do on my own. My pops never gave me shit. He never did shit for me. You understand? Until I became a grown man. Because my father was in jail. So you gotta remember, when I met my father as a grown man, that was like 2021. You understand? I was already a adult. I already had kids and shit. I already had the feds on me at that time. You understand what I'm saying? So when he came home trying to preach to me, my pops was never wanted me in the streets, bro. That's one thing I give my father. I love that nigga to death for that. You understand? That nigga never wanted me in the street. You heard? He always told me, don't fuck with the street. You heard? He told me that shit. And I love him to death for that, because I wish I never fucked with the street. Like he said. You feel me? Because my pops told me when he came out of jail, he set me down in his car. He had a gold fucking Volkswagen. It wasn't even his. It was his wife's shit. Her mother's shit. His character. And he just came home from doing all that time. He set me down. I was living in Brookline Projects. You heard? The nigga came and got me. He told me, he said, listen, man, I hear you out here wilding. I respect you. You You understand? I wasn't here for you to teach you the right way, but now that I'm here, nigga, you don't need to do none of that shit. You heard? Just chill out. I'm gonna put you in position. You heard? He always told me he wanted me to get a franchise, like McDonald's or Subways. At that time, Subways was the biggest one. You heard? He always kept my mind advanced, you know, and ahead of, you know, people my age. So, like I said, I don't fault my dad for not being there for me in my younger life because it more or less wasn't him. It was more or less just he didn't know how to be a father because of the lifestyle he was in. You understand? And now that I got older, I can relate to that. You understand? So I'm not never fault him for that. But when I got older and I started being in the street, he didn't want that. But at the same time, he helped me out in the best ways he can. You feel me? When it came to knowledge and assistance. So big up to my dad, rest in peace for that. Before I pulled my case, I just did 10 years for him. My father bailed me out for $250,000. That's a fact. You understand? I'm one of the first niggas from Cyprus to make bail for $250,000. That's a fact. 2014, you heard? For the case I just came home from. That's a fact. So, like I said, my father, you know, helped me in numerous ways later on in life that he wasn't able to help me with when I was a kid. You feel me? But as an adult, he was there for me all the way through. You feel me? I give him that. You feel me? So the get back is all about what it's about. You feel me?
So was you home when he passed away? You was in prison.
I was in prison. Yeah, I was in jail. My father passed away. I was in Southport. That's a fact. I was in Southport step-down program. Yeah, that's a fact.
What you was in Southport? Populations?
Southport step-down program. I couldn't do population. I was in the box for 2 years on the soul.
Yeah, because when I left the state, Southport was the box, so it's still a box?
Yeah, Southport is, Southport is closed down from my understanding.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But when I left there, they tried some experiment shit with us. You know what I mean? They're like the top niggas that's in the state, you know, they run that shit like how fucking the feds got ADX. Southport is basically ADX in the state, the Department of Correction. You know, because you've been there. So a lot of niggas haven't been there. Upstate boxes, Southport is the two top boxes. You understand? That whole top box in the state. The rest of the boxes is 200 shoes. But when I was in my mom's died, I was in Southport step-down program.
You was able to go to the funeral?
Say it again, big bro.
Was you able to go to the funeral? I don't want to get off that. I don't want to get off.
Funeral because they were saying that I was a high-class inmate that was dangerous. So due to my security risk, which is unheard of, they didn't let me go to my dad's funeral.
That was crazy.
And that shit crushed me. But I was able to watch it on my tablet because my daughter, Janelle, shout out to my daughter, she made sure that shit happened.
Oh, she live streamed it?
And sent it to my tablet, and I watched it in my cell. But in Southport, we was able to get tablet and our cell. So we have our tablet and our cell, throw those in the box. I'm one of the first inmates when they started that have tablets on the phone, and you got your law library tablet, which is called Westlaw, to start studying your cases and shit. That's how a lot of dudes is getting back on their time and shit now.
All right.
So unfortunately, I wasn't there to go to the services, but I did see it, and that shit fucked me up mentally. You know, that's when I really realized that I love my dad, how much I loved him and shit, because when he was alive, I didn't really appreciate the nigga like that. And I knew that, you feel me, because, you know, I used to show him a lot of hatred because I felt like he left me in the neighborhood, you feel me? So I used to never really respect him for shit like that, you feel me? Because, like, you know, my sister, she wanted to talk on the documentary, you know, like my sister, she a princess, like she she really the Jesus and the girl version, you feel me? And she's very, you know, very outspoken as well. So when me and her talks, you know, she don't like a lot of shit that I say, but you know, she loved me to death. It's just the fact that she got a different experience with him. But me and my brother, we tell her like, you know, my brother, he did 20 years, you feel me? So his experience is different even than mine. You understand what I'm saying? Than with my pops. And then being that we all got different mothers, you understand, everybody's experience is different overall, you feel me? Because we don't know how he was treating her mother, or how he treated, you know, all our mothers was different. We don't know who mother was the jump off. We don't know who mother was the wife, you understand? We just understanding that we all got the same man that created us. You understand? So like I said, with this story, it need to be told numerous times because the world need to get an interview of everything about his life overall. The women, the kids, you know, this guy got a real big headline story. It was just alone that it make the TV screen just dealing with the kids and the women. You understand? It's a lot of us, bro. So, like I said, my point of view of my dad might not be my brother sister's point of view because I wasn't around when they were spending time with him. You understand? Just like they wasn't around when they were spending. I mean, he was spending time with me. So everybody's shit different. And they been to his funeral, and they was out here the last 10 years with him. I wasn't. You feel me? So, everybody's story a little bit different.
Yo, your pops came from a dangerous crew. You heard? Dudes was getting money. Dudes was laying dudes down. You heard? The whole Cypress projects was crazy. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Especially in ever before us. But your pop's story ain't never been. Really, a lot of them dudes in your pop's crew story has never really been told to a full fledged. You understand what I'm saying? Bits and pieces. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
Like, basically, my uncle Bill Blas, that's my cousin Jaleesa's father. That's my father's sister, Barbara, daughter. So, Bill Blas was another big name.
Yeah, I know.
You understand?
You talking about the legendary Bill Blas that got killed too, right?
That got killed in North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man, comrade.
But that's like my uncle too. That's not like my uncle. That is my uncle. Phrase that. But they era. I don't know they era. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and fabricate like, I was with them. I know them. Yes, I seen them. Yes. You know what I'm saying? They gave me money and shit. I can't tell you I seen them go do this, so I know their business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. Those are my homies, those are my father's friends, and I can tell you like what I just told you. That's my cousin Jaleesa pops. Now they say he used to do numerous stuff with my pops. I never knew that. I would like for somebody to tell me about that. You understand? Just like AZ. AZ say that my father
saved his life.
Saved his life. Man, that's a big thing for somebody to do.
Especially in the 80s and 90s.
I would appreciate them. You understand? So I'm looking for AZ. So AZ here in this interview, AZ, I need your help. I don't got no sponsors. I don't got no donators. I'm not scared to say I need help. I need you to speak upon my father on my behalf to give me any insight you know about, even if it's not about him saving your life. You understand? I'm not looking for credit for his name. I'm just looking for people that know information about my dad that the world need to know, so we can try to get this thing to the big screen. Because paid in full is alright, but I don't think it's the Puerto Rican Jesus story. Like, let's be for real. You understand?
Yeah.
If y'all gave a dude, you understand, that did whatever he did, because that's not my business, but he got enough recognition off for that. You should give a stand-up dude some recognition. You understand? That never even had no thought running in his mind about no stuff like that. You understand? Just like they gave the dude Brian Gibbs all of this recognition on these channels and stuff about my dad, and he had everybody under the influence that, him and my dad was best friends. You understand? But I don't know if that's true. But I know a lot of research in my neighborhood. Why? Because me and Brian Gibbs not best friends. You understand? Right now, I can call his fucking son right now. You understand? His son is BG. That's my baby boy. You understand? So it's like, when these dudes say stuff, or they ran my father out the projects, or nigga could never happen. You understand? Because I would have ran their kids out the projects. That's a fucking fact.
Niggas put stories, dudes put stories out there that they ran Jesus out the projects?
Yeah, they ran him out of Brooklyn or whatever. So when I first came home, I was attending to shit like that. Because one thing about me, like, my father is my father, so at the end of the day, I can't let no nigga just be out here talking about my pops. And you understand, I've been in jail my whole life. So I definitely ain't scared to have a fight. You understand? I ain't trying to harm nobody or take it down level than fighting. But I will punch a nigga in their face. That's a fact. I just slap the shit out of wild niggas. You heard? And I've been in jail my whole life, nigga. I'm high yellow. You heard? It ain't that niggas put on me. That's a fact, nigga. And I'm on every fucking visit. That's a fact.
Shit, go.
So I'm not even stressing that. But what I'm saying is if a nigga did something to my pops, you understand that I'm not saying nigga couldn't do nothing to him.
Yeah.
But the last thing I do know, niggas robbed my father for some big money, and he had about $200,000 worth of jewelry and shit. Niggas called him or whatever in the barbershop. This story done got brought to me from other people. Like I said, because this era is not my era. But I also heard that my father get back be crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying these dudes didn't do nothing to them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, because dudes done cut me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Dudes done did shit to me. Shit happens, but just know, if you did anything to Darnell Moses Foskey or Jesus Valentine, nigga, your ass definitely gonna get back. So I don't even stress no shit like that, because a lot of niggas talk about my father, and a lot of niggas talk about because he was either getting too much bread and they was jealous, or because niggas don't want to give him his flowers. Because dudes like you, they always say my pops was a good dude.
The pops official.
Bro. You understand? Because my dad is not trying to be nobody but himself. You understand? So we don't do trying to get a dude robbed. Like, even with me, I got so much similarities with the nigga that is fucked up. Because my name is D Nice, right?
All right.
So every time I meet a motherfucker, right? Everything you gonna get from me is nice, you heard? I'm one of them niggas that just give you everything. My socks, everything. I even give you my motherfucking toenail, you heard? Everything. So, nigga, when you did something to me, that's because you don't like me. You understand what I'm saying? Because, bro, I'm a good person. You understand? That's why you got D Nice. Because if you get the nice side first, then I turn into the fucking demon. You heard? Because I'm a Gemini, you heard? So I can't hide. I got two ways. You feel me? I always present the nice way to everybody, bro, because I want to be treated fairly. You feel me? I don't disrespect nobody. I show everybody respect, even the pussiest niggas. You feel me? So I don't never want no nigga to think that I'm better than him. You understand? Everybody's a king in my eyes. You feel me? Till you show me different.
So where you at in the documentary? Did you start filming it yet already, or
right now?
Or it's just...
Basically, I'm doing it with this dude called he calls himself the Mayor of Crown Heights. Real educated dude, to the community, really big impact on my life. Me and him basically sat down with fume hubs right now. So as of right now, I'm supposed to be getting the documentary shot and getting it up on Tubi right now as we speak. So Tubi gonna be the first person that I put it up on, and I'm gonna direct it myself, and I'm co-directing it with the Mayor of Crown Heights. So he's helping me market it and do it right now as we speak. So I was trying to get the project ready for my father's birthday because every year I have a party for him on Christmas Eve or either Christmas. Last year I did it when I first came home, so we can keep it remembered that way. But I also was gonna try to have the pre-trailer ready by that date and have everybody, even yourself, probably come through and watch it.
Yeah, you
got the idea of how it's gonna come out. But I don't know. I'm not gonna stand it for sure because, like I said, my partner that I'm co-directing it with, his mother just passed away. So rest in peace to mommy. And he's kind of backed up with the schedule now because of that. And he's the one that kind of really put me in position with the fume hub people and everything. So I kind of don't want to leave him out with a project, and I kind of want to let him get his mindset together with his mom because I know my father's project is big to him. And I like his energy, so I don't want to really leave nobody absent of what I'm doing and moving forward without them because these is people that been here through the grind.
She can see.
Look at. Got on the